Hi there. So I'm guessing you found your way to this channel because you're thinking about going grey or you're already on your journey. So keep watching and let's talk. Hi there. I'm Haji at the Grey Indian. If it's your first time here, welcome. It's my first time too. I wanted to basically just reach out to any ladies out there who are now going grey. It's a big thing at the moment. Let's be honest. Like, it's not such a taboo thing. I feel like it's becoming very normalized slowly by slowly, going against societal norms, and more women are embracing their silvers and their greys, and so they should. I know so many women who are apprehensive, simply more so because of what other people are going to think. But once you kind of get past that and you beat that demon about what other people are thinking, you are going to have conquered so much within yourself. It's coming up to a year for me in February the 20th. That was the last time I had my dye, February 20th 2020. And when I went to the hairdressers, it was actually to blend my greys in, and they ended up covering a lot of my greys, which I wasn't very happy about. But hey ho, we're here now, and I can't believe it's already a year. It's just gone by so quickly. And just to give you an idea, this is what a year's growth looks like. Everybody's different. I have had sisters, silver sisters, who have started a lot, like a couple of months, few months after I have, and they actually have more growth. Everybody's different. I had highlighted hair before this. I don't know whether that has something to do with it, but everybody's hair growth is different as well. Mine has been mostly on my hairline. If you look at the top of my head, you know, there are greys, but not that many. It didn't go as grey and silver as I thought it was going to go. You know, you see these pictures, you know, you look at YouTube and you see all these silver-haired women, and you just assume that, okay, once I start growing it out, I'm going to be exactly like that. But it's different for everybody. You know, for me, I can now see that actually I'm not going to be all grey back here and so forth. It's just going to be on my hairline. And I have it over here as well, just at the back. There we go. Can you see that? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just one of those hairline kind of people. But you know what? I call them my wisdom highlights. And when you decide to go grey, you're going to see why. Because it's not just about the growth that you have with your hair. There is so much growth that goes on within you. But I'm going to talk about that in another video, because I feel like there's a lot more to be said on that. So talking about myself going grey, what it made me want to do it. So 2020, February last year, was my last dye. But before that, I would say a good 5 to 6 months before that, I was getting really fed up of having to dye my hairline every 2 weeks. And I was doing it at home, I was doing it myself. I would go to get my hairlights professionally done, where like every 2 to 3 times a year. 2 to 3 times a year. Yeah, that's not a lot actually. For some people who might go every like month to 2 months. No, I was too cheap like that. I was like, I'm not going to spend that much money on my hair. So I would just spend more of that time covering up my hairline with the dye, and it was just really getting on my nerves. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I am somebody who's enjoyed dyeing hair. I have dyed my hair since the age of 25, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I have gone different colors. I've done all different things, including perms in my hair. I've just really had fun with it. But I think in the last 2 years, it just wasn't fun for me anymore. I'd had my second baby, and, you know, with another child on top of that, I just didn't find that I just wanted to take out the time to be doing this. And especially when he went to nursery, I mean, 4 to 5 hours is what it would take me from door to door and then come back home, including the whole hairdo going on. And that was like 4 to 5 hours. And once he was at nursery, that still wasn't enough time for me to go and do it. So I think, you know, I just had to look at my own priorities. You know, what do I find important? And I just thought to myself, I am one of those people that I've always kind of thought that if I want to do something and I want to have a certain look, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. I'm going to do that look, and I'm going to rock it the best way that I can. That is just me. You know, people can comment on whatever else they want to, but when it comes to myself and my appearance and how I look, I don't really take anyone's comments on board, to be honest, because it's me, it's my body, it's my face, it's my hair. I'll do what I please. So yeah, so I had been contemplating it, thinking I do want to go grey, I do want to go grey, I just hate this, I hate doing my hair. And then in in November 2019, somebody came up on my Facebook group, and it's like a community group, and it's just women. And this woman came on and she was fully transitioned. She shared the fact that she was fully transitioned, and her hair looked fantastic. And I just looked at her and thought, oh my God, she's so free. I want that freedom. Like, I want to be that free. I don't want to have to worry about my hair. Like, she's never going to have to worry about dyeing her hair again. So whether it's going to the salon with highlights or whether it's a box dye, to me, it's all just a time waste for me personally. And so when I saw her, I was just like, oh my goodness. And I remember going onto my Instagram stories and talking just to whoever wanted to listen on my story about, what should I do? I'm thinking about going grey. Should I just do it? Should I just embrace it? And just kind of talking out loud. And then February 2020 came, and at that point, my root growth had been like, I think about 2 or 3 months. And this is considering that my root growth would come every 2 weeks. Like, what a pain. 2 weeks. I remember working somewhere ages ago, and I remember a woman who was older than me had said to me, I have to dye my hair every 2 weeks. And that time I couldn't even understand it. I was like, oh, right, okay, what's the big deal? Well, it was a big deal, because when I had to start doing it, oh my God, it was a big deal. I did not enjoy, I did not enjoy having to do that again and again. Do you know, at one point, I even started plucking hair from here. This is like about 6 years ago. I plucked hair from my hairline when I would see it come through. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would anyone do that to themselves? Anyway, so that was 6 years ago, and I didn't do it again. I did it for about a year, and I just figured that, okay, I need to stop that now. So going back to my last hair dye in 2020, I just thought, that's it, I'm going to stop now. And I wouldn't say convenient, because I don't think COVID-19 was a great thing for anybody overall. Maybe internal growth was what we all got out of it, and we all learned something about ourselves and our loved ones about through it. But because it was a lockdown, it made it a little bit easier for me. I kind of feel like I cheated. And it started in March, when the children were taken, basically had to be off school now. And so I had a good 6 months, like 5-6 months, where I had the space to grow my hair. I didn't have to worry about going out, someone seeing me, judging me. And then on top of that, in that time, I jumped onto Instagram and Pinterest and all these kind of social media sites to help encourage me, see other Silver Sisters, see their journey, how they transitioned. And then I started documenting my own. I think I must have been about 6-7 weeks in when I took my first picture. And then after that, on Instagram, I've been weekly updating my growth, how I've been finding it, how I've been feeling. And now I'm just in another space completely. It's just, at times it seems so slow, but now it's just like, what, a year's already gone by. Yeah, a year. And I've been lucky enough. I've had my family who have been okay about it. My mum's already grey, my aunt's already grey. And I remember my aunt turned around and said to me, and it wasn't in a bad way at all, but she just said, Haji, aren't you a bit young to be going grey? And I said, the thing is, I said, if I find it difficult to go grey now, I'm not going to find it any easier 10 years down the line. We're living in very different times now, although people are getting work on their face, and that's absolutely fine. I've got nothing against anyone who gets work on their face. I might even do that. But the thing is, it's whether, you have to be able to afford it. And I don't know where, what my situation and my priorities in life are going to be. So I'd rather that my hair now just grows with me as I'm growing. So that's what I had said to my aunt, and she was like, okay, fair enough. And this is because, my aunt had decided to go grey when she was like in her 60s. And I think this is the whole thing, isn't it? Especially with the Asian culture. It's we're so used to our grandmas going grey, not dyeing their hair, and just accepting that that's it. Like, you know what, I'm old now, and this is, and I'm going to dress old. I'm going to, although they're so active and they'll be in their kitchen, they'll never sit down. They're always working, that older generation. They don't really know how to relax and take it easy. But there's a part of them that just kind of embraces being and looking old, and that's perfectly fine. And then you have my mum's generation, and she's in her 60s, and she went grey, I would say probably about 6 years ago. And you know, she doesn't dress traditionally. She hardly ever wears an Indian outfit. She's always in her Marks and Spencer's outfits because she loves Marks and Spencer's. And you know, so she's more of a modern auntie, I would say. You know, like, she has her hair tied up. She does like to make her hair look nice when it's tied up, but you know, she still takes pride in the way she looks. Whereas in my grandma's age, they, you know, there was no more makeup, no more lipsticks or anything like that. It's just like, okay, we've got grey hair now, we're just going to get old. My mum is like, well, you know, I've got grey hair, but you know, I'm still going to take pride in the way that I look. Like, I still want to make an effort. And then we're the generation after my mum. So I think we, you know, can really change what societal norms are. And the change is happening. And I think especially during this COVID era, because I have seen so many more Silver Sisters, even this year, come onto my Instagram, you know, just starting out their journeys. And it's really interesting because I feel like a bit of a professional now. You know, they're coming to me, asking me questions in my DMs, and I'm like, wow, you know, I remember when I was a newbie in this, in the whole Silver Sister community, and it's the best community. I don't even know how to tell you, because all the women are just rooting for each other. We're all just looking out for each other. Like, yeah, you got this. Yeah, you can do this. Are you having a down day? Okay, well, you know what? It's okay. Just don't look in the mirror if that's how you're feeling today. And that's the approach that I took, because the truth is, it's like, if you're not feeling great that day and then you've got your grey hair and you're going to go look in the mirror, well, you know, you're just kind of not going to feel great. And it's not about the grey hair, because even if you didn't have the grey hair and you looked in the mirror, you still wouldn't be feeling great. It's just like you've just got another excuse to feel even worse, basically. So yeah, so let me just finish this off with saying that, you know, the money that I've saved with salon visits, the time that I've saved, time is the most important thing for me, even more than the money. It's just the time that I've been saving is amazing. I think feedback from people since I've been going grey is amazing. And I'll tell you what was really interesting, in fact. Friends that I had that were male were actually messaging me saying, oh yeah, you know what, I've got a few greys now, and oh yeah, I've got some in my beard, and it just made me realize, oh wow, so like you guys are talking to me like, you know, like you're not really judging that a woman is going grey. You're coming back to me showing your experience that you're doing it too, whereas we know that so far it's always been acceptable for men to go grey, right? It's almost seen as a more attractive thing when men go grey. You know, they've embraced their greys. Oh yeah, you know, they look more like the George Clooney's now, and even Brad Pitt now that he's got older. But you know, I think it can be the same for women. I think it's all about how you're going to carry yourself and carry your hair. And, you know, it's up to you to basically wear it with pride, you know, and wear it right, wear it how you want to, because that's what men do. Men just embrace it in their look. They've got some grey in their beard, they've got some grey in their hair, and they're just like, okay, well, that's fine, I'll do this, because it's been normalized. And that's what we need to do more, right? We need to normalize this. Anyway, that was a long conclusion. I said like I was going to conclude this like a long time ago, but there's so much to be said about the experience and so on. Anyway, thank you for joining me on my channel. If you do want more, then please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you will get notification next time my my videos up. I do plan to have my videos up on Sundays. And yeah, so for now, oh, and like, if you like this, like it. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye and get downstairs to the rest of my family. And God bless, you know, we'll meet again. Bye.